All
What's
right.
up, guys? Welcome back to the Static Distortion. I'm Grimsley. I'm joined as always by my man Moral. How you doing, dude?
Know what that animation was.
See, that's great timing.
I'm super stoked today. We got the homie. We got a very special guest, and his name
Nocturne's
is.
Nocturne's
Kiss.
Kiss. Nocturne's Kiss. What's up?
I love
Dude,
that name, dude. It's very unique. Very cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm hyped to talk to you guys about music. It's gonna be a good one.
dude, hell yeah. Well, first, I guess going into it, we could talk about the name. What is the backstory of Nocturne's Kiss?
Yo, well, basically, um, I wanted something that was like gothic and dark sounding, but with like some romantic flair, you know. So I found the word nocturne. Well, um, it means well, it has a couple of definitions. One is like a dreamy character suggestive of night. So I
Mm,
like thought that was perfect. And then you also got like, the piano compositions, like some classic piano compositions that are uh, have a romantic flavor. And
dude,
then I just
yeah.
and then I just threw in the kiss because it's kind of like a Jane's Addiction type of thing. I liked the apostrophe S. I thought it
Yeah.
was pretty cool. And you could like sound like a full band name as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you
But
are a solo artist, right?
Yeah, I am, but I could see it eventually evolving. But that's why I say like typically I'm Nocturne's Kiss or Danny from Nocturne's Kiss. Like it's kind of both. Everyone's Nocturne's Kiss. You're
Sure.
Nocturne's Kiss.
I
Yeah.
love my artist name, but part of me wishes I had done that myself because just just having a band is like cooler. It's way cooler, and like just having that kind of uniqueness where it's like, oh, I've kind of made something here. How about I just make this a band? Because I don't know, man. That's the fucking move. It just looks way cooler. It's I don't know, man. Bands are just cool again. It was a solo artist thing for a long time, and it still is to an extent. But I think for the most part, if I'm a kid coming up, I want to watch bands. I don't really give a fuck about solo artists as much, to
Mm.
be fair.
I think you
I
That's
should
don't
be
know.
fair.
proud of
That's
your
just
name. You
me.
got a cool name. I think you should be proud of it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I came up with it my own damn self. You know what? Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude,
So
yeah, you Grims, you go.
no, I was just gonna ask. So you're from Atlanta.
I am from Atlanta, yeah.
How's the music scene with what you're doing down there?
Mm, there's like I don't know. There's not as much of like a. I feel like I more resonate with the online scene, rather than like the
Yeah,
Atlanta scene. But the stuff that's really big here is more like hardcore stuff. And there's like some like more grunge influenced people as well. But in terms of like the 2000s rock, or that's kind of what I say. I mean, I don't want to like say it's just an era. I kind of just call my music rock music, but.
Sure.
Um, but like with the ambient influences and like I'm like using tracks live with like the weird sound effects and things. I don't know. There's like um I like bands in the scene here, but it is sometimes hard to fill out the perfect bill. I would say that's like a genre wise.
that makes sense. Man, I'll say up here in Nashville, the scene is like it's starting to come about more and more. Whenever I was kind of kicking this shit off in 2022, I didn't know anybody who did this or close genre to like the more the alternative stuff, not hardcore, not metal, just kind of like alternative, darker, melancholy rock shit. So it's cool to see it growing. I like that. I could probably put together a pretty decent bill here in Nashville now, but uh, I mean, just a year ago, I wouldn't have said the same thing even. But I'm sure there's plenty of people in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's huge,
Yeah.
and I know that Atlanta has such a great like live scene. Like people actually go to see shows there, like this
Yeah,
kind of
there's a
music, and
little
just
bit of a
sort of
shortage of like those DIY venues. It's just like a cycle I'm sure in every city where there's just like some go-to DIY places that will last for about a year and then um, disappear, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
there definitely is yeah, there's a good amount of bands here, I would say.
Dude, I mean, you just played a sold out show there with the homies in the Missing Piece. What was that like playing in a sold
Yeah,
out room?
yeah, that was super fun. I don't know, I had that venue, Smith's Old Bar. That was where I had my very first show as well there, where I didn't even uh, have like a band. I just played by myself with backing tracks. That was like early. That was like February 2024. But it was cool. It was in the same room, you know what I mean? So then to come back and play it again, like sold out, was pretty cool.
Dude, yeah, that's
Um,
gotta be full circle. I mean, like just seeing ahead of time, it's like, oh shit, we're playing a sold out room tonight. Like, are you
yeah, I didn't
nervous?
even know till
Are you
like 10
more
minutes before.
really, dude? Are you like
Yeah,
more nervous then, or are you more like, dude, I'm amped. Let's fucking
I'm
go
hyped.
hometown. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I mean, I love to perform for as many people as possible for sure.
100%.
Um, yeah, I was definitely excited.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Well, I know we were talking about genres and stuff, like, because you're like, I call it 2000s rock, but I think at least when I listen to you, it's like I cannot put this guy in a genre. Like I'm hearing post punk, I'm hearing modern shoegaze, I'm hearing alternative, I'm hearing like theatrical emo, I'm hearing the gothic wave stuff. Like when you brought up the Nocturne's name, I was like, dude, I'm hearing stuff I'd hear at an industrial night, I'm hearing stuff I'd hear at a goth synth night, I'm hearing like modern day post punk shoegaze. Like you take influences from all over, and I know we've talked like influencers before. I think you were naming like Prince and some other people.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that was like brief. I mean, Prince not as much in terms of the actual music. It's more about
Yeah,
Prince's like work ethic and just like Prince's how Prince carries himself, you know.
sure.
Um,
What are the influences like of Nocturne's Kiss? Just like if we're going in the brain of Danny, give me your list.
well, I think the first band I will say is My Chemical Romance. I think that one is probably not really not a surprise to
I heard that
people.
one.
And then I just love stuff that's like anthemic rock. Like, I mean, my first band I really listened to was Green Day when I was a kid. So
Hell yeah.
it's just like stuff that's like, I just like stuff that's catchy. I mean, you could say Nirvana. I mean, like these are just like very the broad ones, and then like The Cure,
I mean, that's what
the Smashing
our
Pumpkins.
Smashing
dude. I mean,
Pumpkins.
that's straight up just what our art is. We're just culminations of everything that we grew up loving, and
Mhm.
you take influence from everything. I like to do the same thing. I mean, I'm influenced from everybody from Slipknot to just the most. Even like there's some bluegrass stuff I even like that I'd say has like influenced me. I mean, it's all over the place. Just sometimes whenever the right melody hits, you're like, I gotta make something here. This
Mhm.
is inspiring.
I definitely I listened to like some classic metal like Iron Maiden and um, a little bit of like Judas Priest and Metallica, but I don't know. I feel like I could definitely dive deeper into the metal rabbit hole. Um, yeah, I just like, and I have some shoegaze influences like you were saying as well, like Slow Dive and Cocteau Twins and things like that. But I don't know. I feel like I could definitely go deeper with all of the genres I do like, but I have like a general um, taste from
Sure.
each genre. You know what I mean?
So when you're like self-producing your stuff, because you self-write all your songs, from my understanding, like instrumentally, vocally, is there like a certain have you just discovered now that there's like a certain blend of sounds or just something that sticks out to your ear when you go through your writing process? Or do you just show up each time and it's just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. You're just going at it.
Well, it's kind of evolved, or I don't always do the same songwriting process. Like lately, I've been writing on acoustic because
Sick.
I'm focused more on like chord changes and song structure and arrangement. But typically, I would just like a lot of times I would start like on the debut album, the self-titled. I would just start with like forest sounds. Like I would put like sound effects
Oh,
first, so just to like
Mm.
train my brain into because there's definitely been this like forest theme in my music. So
man.
and like the reconnecting with nature sort of like overarching themes. But yeah, just to set the vibe, and then it could start with guitar first, but I feel like a lot of the stuff would be like more ambient and then add the rock towards the end maybe. But I used to do full beats first and then just like export the beat and sing over. But then like with the second and third projects, I started singing pretty early on and then building around it. Um, yeah, it's definitely changes. It's kind of tough to like pick just one thing to like start with.
I
Um,
understand completely. Uh, I have kind of a mixed bag of my own self-produced tracks and tracks where I've worked with producers, and you know, it's it's a lot more fun, and to write your own stuff and to fully like flesh out a track like from top to bottom on your own, and your discography is really extensive for like how
thanks.
short a time you've been doing this. So like you've been putting in work, and I can hear the the how do I say this? You're
Growth.
getting better each and every release for
Yo, thank
sure.
you.
Like, and it's get the quality is there. Also, I wanted to shout out. I I was just listening to your music through YouTube. I don't really fuck with Spotify all that much lately, but I do have your Spotify page up, and I'm looking, and I am surprised. Must be an underrated banger, but uh, your track. Of course, I just lost it. Your track, my number one hater, is
Mm,
so good. I
thank you.
love that track. That one's added to my playlist here now. But that track has such a catchy like earworm of a chorus.
Thank you. That's love,
But
bro. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we got to talk about Beauty and the Beat.
Dude, shout out. Dude, that
We
is
gotta.
I've had that on loop like a motherfucker.
And
That
it's great too.
yeah, dude. Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
talk about that, dude. Your voice
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
perfectly on it. You
Thanks.
literally I saw your Instagram reel on that song the first time you posted it, and it made me listen to your song a lot, and it made me go back and listen to the actual Justin Bieber one like once a day at least. Like I was actually going back to pop music and just fucking vibing. So,
I listen to a lot of pop music.
yeah. Dude, tell me
Um,
about it.
yeah, so I had done covers here and there for a while, but I never posted anything officially because um, I definitely wanted to build as my originals and like have people that be the main focus. Um, and like I had posted like reels of me like doing like "As Long as You Love Me" Justin Bieber cover before, or like "Bad Romance." Like I don't know if that one's still up. Maybe it's on my TikTok or something. But I don't know this one. I was like something in me just was like, yo, just post this one. Like I was just feeling it. Okay, Beauty and a Beat. It was like I don't know, something within me was just like it was just on a whim I made it, and I didn't really. It only took me like an hour to make or something. So I was just
Hmm.
like, it was just like on a whim. Like I was thinking, okay, which pop song should I do next? And I was like listening to like some Katy Perry songs, and then I sang along with the Justin Bieber one. I was like, yo, why does this fit my range so well? And then
Yes.
there was just always about something about the Justin Bieber where it's like, you know, I do like singing love songs. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I don't know, yo, just something within me was just saying, do it. I didn't even used to listen to that song that much when I was younger or anything. I was just like, something. I was just like, just do it. Um, and then yeah, I just posted it and felt like I should
Dude,
keep posting it.
you ignited a spark in me because Grimm sent me this like really heavy song that he's working on, and he was like, "Fuck it, do you want to hop on it?" And I've been listening to that of yours for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I literally melodically took so much influence from that fucking Beauty and a Beat song on some like heavy ass song, and I was like, because it's exactly what you said. For some reason, a lot of Justin Bieber songs is like perfect range for like the emo voice, and I was
hmm
like, dude, I should totally do something like this over this heavy song. So yeah, dude.
Well, I'm
Thanks
hyped
for
to hear that
reigniting the
song.
flame. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, has that cover translated to a lot more like fans listening to your original catalog, like high turnover rate there?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
has it been successful?
yeah, I would hope so. I mean,
You
it's
hope
like
so.
because I was I don't know, I'm not really like checking the numbers all that much to be honest, but um I'm sure like some of it trickled down. But you know, I definitely forever don't want to have a cover as my number one song on Spotify for sure. Or like,
Sure.
and that it was kind of crazy. It was like I kind of knew that this would happen like as soon as I posted the cover, um but I'm happy that people are enjoying it and finding my music through it.
Did you sing it live?
Sing it live? No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. I was like, I wonder if he did it.
Is that something you're gonna do in the future?
We'll see. We'll have to see.
That would
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would
You
get
have to come.
that would get a
You have to
crowd
come to a
rolling.
show and see.
I'll come to a show then. I'll literally come for that, bro. All right, sick, dude. I want to dive into to some of your music. I took some like interesting lyrics for some, and I just wanted to like pick your brain on it. Obviously, everyone has different things what they wrote about, and everyone music is subjective. You can feel how you feel about it, and you can perceive a message how you perceive it. But I wanted to ask about the song "Petrified." Um, I was listening because I went and listened through more stuff, and I was like, this songwriting style is a little different than some of the other songs. And all right, so just tell me what your brain was thinking here. Crystal collectors lay them out on the floor and have an adventure, been thinking of you every night, all the time. And then you say, your vacant eyes could paralyze. Every time I'm petrified of you, we've been living separate lives. Tell me just like the style which you wrote was pretty theatrical and figurative, and I just wanted to like pick your brain about that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the time when I write, like to be honest, it's just like instinct. I mean, I don't.
Sure.
I mean, I'll like sing a certain phrase and then it might inspire like something else. But the song was mostly. It was like a kind of like a romantic song, but also about like being scared of commitment type of thing. So
Mm.
so it was like or like scared to like do the deed.
Sure, no,
Okay,
that's
yeah, it's like um
kind of like an avoidant style of thinking.
right where you can be like, yo, like you're so flirty, like well, I mean, I was typically thinking like, yo, crystal girls usually have there's an overlap with me and crystal girls. I mean, yo, it's just a coincidence, but so that's just like what I was channeling there.
Sure, sure.
But then I was also like, then sometimes you can get in the moment and be like, yo, am I really like him, Timothy?
You know what? That was not what I was expecting. So, like, hell yeah, dude. I mean, it's so funny to me with songwriting. You could listen to a song and perceive it as the deepest thing and as, like, wow, this is like kind of spiritual. Like, I'm feeling this. And then you give like a very simple just gave like a very it could be very simple to you and then completely different to a listener, and I've experienced that like with my own songs, and someone's like, oh well, I heard it like this, and I was like, huh. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now, because I was like, dude, I'm looking at this like, oh, this person had like lifeless eyes and you never knew like the backstory of what you're going into with this person and what you're committing to and stuff. But to you, it's like, dude, crystal girls, I'm in my bag. I pulled. So like, that's funny. That's cool, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I like I do like talking about lyrics, but at the same time, it's like like you said before, I do like having people have their own interpretation because then they can make it super special to
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I always ask about lyrics just because I am intrigued of people's songwriting. Doesn't mean like obviously go into like meaning, just like kind of like headspace, I guess. But I got another one if you want.
okay,
From Ignite. So I think that's a little more of a popular one. Us versus the world type vibe. But it says, if I make it back and you're still alive, we'll throw back holy water and slay vampires. And what's become of this world I'm living in? On this path alone, you know I really miss your skin. I'll fight the undead until you're safe again. I was like, this is really cool. I like kind of like fictional storytelling, like fantasy, and I really like that. Like I said, the last song I read and this one is a lot like figurative and kind of fantasy driven, which is a style I really like to write in with certain songs. So I just wanted to know personally, like, where was your head at with that writing, or was it also like a simple thing? You don't have to go into something crazy, but I really liked it. I thought it was a cool
yeah,
story.
thanks. Well, a lot of my first album was well, my albums are kind of like an exaggerated version of myself through a filter for each project, you know. So the first one was like me in vampire slaying world, and like going through this forest of darkness. So and that's like throughout multiple of the songs, like, and that's also the same with Petrified and stuff. Like there's a lot of the songs where it's like kind of a stalker type character, because like,
Hell yeah.
you know, sometimes you might like your brain tells you, oh, I'm being a creep or something, like, but it's like exaggerated version.
Yeah, kind of like a Tyler the Creator type of vibe.
Yeah. And so then with the vampire slaying, I'm like, because it was when I first started Nocturne's Kiss and things like that. So I was like, I'm going on this journey through the unknown, sort of thing. But yeah, it was the holy water thing was just a My Chemical Romance reference.
Oh, sick.
Well,
Hell yeah, dude.
because we'll shoot back holy water. It's like on shit, what song is that on? It's on Vampires Will Never Hurt You. I believe. But no, I just always resonated with the occult and the vampires and the darkness.
Yeah, dude. No, I love it.
So yeah, it was like, yeah. I didn't. Yeah, that's, you kind of got.
No, that was no, dude. It was a good answer. I like it because I feel the same way. There's with my stuff, it's like, I guess for this upcoming project that I'm writing, it's two-sided. It's two-sided. I see it as like red versus blue, because when I hear music, I kind of hear colors, and like the blue side is more like, okay, it's very raw and right to you, so I'm just like saying exactly how it is, more like of the realist take. But the red side, which is more like angst filled and more dark romancy, it's like a character of mine. It's like, I really resonated with what you said about like when you said like, oh no, you're being a creep or something. But I just think like your instinct that like your brain feels guilty about, like when you can amplify that as a character, I think it's really cool. And that's definitely something I'm like leaning into. And I really found that cool with how a lot of people do that in music. Is just like, okay, we can take these like general feelings that everyone has, but let's amplify them and make it like a demon or like something in the underworld or the good on your shoulder, whatever it is. And
Yeah.
I thought that was super interesting. So.
I feel like people are scared to admit that, or to be theatrical. I feel like everyone is so caught up with being cool, and like I have to like look like I'm being cool all the time,
Nonchalant.
and things. Yeah, the nonchalant epidemic. But
Yeah.
I think it's cool to be passionate about what you love, and I love characters, and I love performance art.
Dude, yeah, I think that's
and
what it's all
metaphors
about.
and shit.
I mean, dude, that you're coming from, like, My Chemical Romance. That was like right up their alley. And I was a kid that was one of my biggest influences still to this day is Panic at the Disco, and A Fever You Can't Sweat Out was super theatrical. Theatrical emo, like, I don't even know if you could call it emo, but like the theatrical 2000s rock stuff that really came afloat in like 2005 was like everything that my brain always gravitated towards. I still like a lot of like, you know, the super raw stuff, so like your Citizens, your Title Fight and stuff, but the theatrical stuff where when they're performing they dress all up in all the get-ups, I just think it's so cool, and it's definitely been like a style that I really resonate with. Like even last night I was writing a riff and I had these like simple lines and I was like, no, it needs to have a better story. It needs to like needs to say something that's more of like, this happens in a dreamscape, this happens in a nightmare, instead of just something that happened in real life. So yeah, I totally understand that. Fuck yeah, man.
So I was just saying, like, you obviously have your visual aesthetic down and it looks great. Are there any movies that you I don't know, really that you love, that have made you
Or
want to
characters,
make, or characters from movies or whatever?
TV shows, media.
My favorite movies don't even necessarily have anything to do with gothic stuff. It's like my favorite movie is Rocky.
Fuck yeah, that's
I just think
badass.
I just
Very
think it's-
hopeful, very interesting.
yeah. I just love, like, it's just great storytelling, great character development. But probably the most influential movie on my life, or piece of media on my life, is Star Wars, for sure. It's just
All
like
right.
very, very like formative years of my life. It's just like living in, you know, I always loved fantasy worlds, or like stuff that was really, you know, just giant worlds that you could like look up all the different spaceships and all the different like planet names, and it just kept going and going, and it was like massive. But
What's your
I do-
favorite one?
Facts.
Your
What
favorite
about it?
movie?
Yeah.
I would
Which
have
one's
to
your
say Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Woo! Love that.
Nice.
But yeah, but then I do like some random, I wouldn't say random, like some 1950s or type of movies where like I randomly watched some old Sherlock Holmes movie that I really liked, or like Hound of the Baskervilles or whatever. Or like there's this old movie called Rebecca I really like. It's just like these old like black and white movies. Um,
That's sick, dude.
but um, I don't know, and like I guess you could say like Tim Burton stuff. I mean that probably would be what you would expect probably. But I mean it is true. Like I do like some Tim Burton movies like Corpse Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff like that. Um, but yeah.
Dude,
Hell
I
yeah.
could hear your songs, like some of your songs I could hear in stuff like the Twilight Zone, and then there's other parts of your songs that I was like, this would be in an A24 movie. Like
Mhm.
that's a lot of the stuff I hear. But yeah, dude, that's super cool. And plus, like, I'm glad another Star Wars lover is in here. Do you have like a favorite character from Star Wars?
I mean probably Obi-Wan. Is that bad?
Obi-Wan? That's not
Is that too
bad.
basic?
No, that's not basic. I don't think that's basic. I think it's a good pick. I didn't know if you were a prequel hater or something like that. So
Nah, 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 nah.
that was a peak. Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't the answer I was expecting, but hey, I dig it. We learned something. I was expecting the straight up like Tim Burton or random horror movie stuff, but I like that. I like that answer more actually. That actually really lets us in there. We understand some shit. But yeah. So, how long have you been playing music?
Well, I started guitar when I was 9. I'm 24 now, so a while. But yeah, I started with guitar, and then I played soccer a lot growing up actually, and so then I kind of like wasn't ever fully grinding guitar, I guess. Like I wasn't like really setting out to be amazing at it. I just like kind of enjoyed it. I like knew some of the basic chords. I like played When I Come Around in the talent show and stuff. Um, and then yeah, so then I had like a little sort of hiatus thing when I played soccer, but then around 8th grade I started playing bass. And so I was a bass main for like for 3 years or so, and then I had a band in high school. We just played some shows around Atlanta, but nothing crazy because I don't know, 17-year-olds probably can't really get all up in the like a 17-year-old cover band probably wasn't really doing all that stuff. But we were like covering Rush songs. We were covering what else were we playing? We did like Take Me Out, Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, that's a good one.
We did Welcome to Paradise. And then we did a pop punk version of Take on Me. So then
So that's where it comes from.
so I was already doing like the pop punk versions of stuff. But yeah, then I became a producer, like, and then I went more into the like making guitar loops all the time. So adding synth elements over time. But I mostly wasn't playing other people's songs. I just spent a ton of time writing my own stuff and making loops over years. And then in like 2023 is when I started Nocturne's Kiss. So yeah.
Well, it's going great so far. Was there a pivotal moment that was like, I've got to do music again? Because you said you took a hiatus. Music was kind of on the back burner. Wasn't quite like really that big of a deal for you. When was the moment where you're like, I think I got to get back into this music thing? Was there any one point, or was it just a culmination of shit?
I mean, I don't think it was ever gone. I think I always liked playing music, and I still like wasn't really like, this is all I got to do until I became a producer for real, which was like junior year of high school. But I don't know. I was like with the soccer stuff, I just kind of realized I didn't like it as much. Like I had asthma as well, so then I was like, and I was like scrawnier than the other kids. Like I wasn't bulking up, and I was just getting pushed off the ball all the time. I just like wasn't enjoying it. And then I was a School of Rock kid, so I don't know if you guys know what School of Rock is.
Yeah.
It's like a music program where you can like
Yeah.
play shows and stuff like that. So that was like I was going to School of Rock like 2 or 3 days a week for like 3 years or something. So that was really like where I got, I just realized I was very comfortable on stage at the beginning, and it was like I just like tried it out, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Is that a program that you would like encourage young kids to get into if they're interested in music? I know nothing about it. I've seen it plenty of times, but I've never heard or talked to somebody who's actually went through that program.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like now, but the program I went through was super awesome. because I think they're like the School of Rock location I went to got like bought out by corporate, but like when I was there, it wasn't owned by like corporate. Which I don't know how all that works or if it like changes the vibe of it. But basically, for
Right.
people who don't know, it's like one day a week you take like a lesson. So I was doing like bass lessons, and then another day of the week you have like your show of the season. So it's like, for example, I was like a Pink Floyd show, themed show, and then basically you're practicing with like other kids who are in the program, and then at the end of the season, like a few months, then you have like a show. Um, but I had auditioned, like they have like this thing called the house band, which is like the advanced kids that like you have to audition for, and then you go around and like play more like real venues and like to promote School of Rock basically. So I got like
That's cool.
I got to play at venues that I'm like trying to play at now, like when I was in like School of Rock. So it's like I don't know, it was just at a young age. So I just thought that was really cool,
Hmm.
and I learned like just the right amount of music theory as well. So like I'm not like a insane pro at music theory. I don't know really how to write out music, but like I know like what a dominant chord is or like what a major seventh chord is um
Nice.
and like the different like diminished chord and like
Yeah,
how to put chord progressions together and things like that. Um but yeah, I would definitely say it was very, very fun
that's cool.
for sure, yeah.
I
But then I
actually
think
like
it got sorry. Wait, oh, sorry.
no, you're good. I was just gonna say there was nothing like that around me growing up, so I wish that I had had something like that. I didn't get like into any type of program where I could jam with other people like in a formal way until college. Like my college had like a a music industry ensemble thing that I got into that was really cool. But as a kid, I wish I would have had that. I would have
Same.
loved that shit, man. I would have loved that. But you know, I hope it's still going on. To be fair, I can't say I've kept up with
I
it
think it is. There's
at
one
all.
near me,
No,
but
they do. They do. That's been a big thing. Like in Maryland, there's a bunch of people I know who came up through School of Rock, and there still is a bunch going on. I still see School of Rock bands as like the first undercard on even like big festivals. Like I think they were on Warped. Like I think they did like Warped Tour stuff. They're like, here, here's a School of Rock band. I was like,
yeah,
that's pretty
they were doing
badass.
Summerfest when I was in it, but then I couldn't go because I was like in some other like camp during the summer or something. I couldn't
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, School of Rock, I would recommend it. I think it's cool
Dude, you
for the
you
youngins.
mentioned yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That'd be sick. I mean, more the merrier, I guess. Like, if you want to learn music, and obviously, I feel like performance is such a big aspect. Like, getting people prepped for performing is super important. So, like, you know how to like roll with the punches when you deal with issues and stuff like that. But you mentioned that how you started like producing and stuff. Are there any songs that like you've done the production for that have done really well that you still like? Oh yeah, dude, I did the production on that, or I wrote that instrumental and stuff, and that have done pretty well, or
Yeah, there's like a couple cool credits I have. I wouldn't say they're like massive songs, but my craziest placement, at least to me, was when I got on a Skrillex album because I had like songwriting credits for the song with Skrillex and Anthony Green and Prentice. It's called 3 a.m. It's on the Skrillex album with the Hedgehog, so that's a cool one.
sick,
And
dude.
then I liked there's a song by Destroy Lonely I did called Which Way that I really like. And then for Skywater, there's the song called Eyes that is also I really
Dude,
enjoy.
hell yeah, bro. Your BMI or MLC shit's looking nice. Your song credit shit's looking nice, bro. Hell yeah. That's fucking badass, man. No, that's really cool. I feel like that's always cool, like, because there's a lot of artists that I like that were like, oh, I was actually like a songwriter, and I've always done my own stuff, but I was primarily a songwriter or a producer. And then you get to go look through like their like credits and catalog and stuff like that, and you can be like, holy shit, they've been on this record and that record, and they've wrote songs for this person. Like that's a big thing that not really many people outside of like artists and stuff that like look at, and it's super cool to see like where like your digital footprint is in that
Hmm
type of world. So that's
That's
badass,
great. I mean,
dude.
the Skrillex one was like kind of just like I don't know. I don't know if I would call it like a fluke, but it was just like right moment, right time type of thing. I can tell the story real quick, um, if that's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
bro.
Go for it. Yeah.
okay. So basically, this artist named Prentice, he was probably like 13 or 14 years old at the time, and he was using my beats on YouTube because I would just post like Juice World, Kid Leroy type beats on YouTube, and then he had like a song do pretty well with one of my beats, and so then we got connected, and I just would send him guitar ideas, and then one day he posts a snippet with like my guitar on Instagram, and then like Skrillex hears it and wants to remix it. It was
That's
just like,
badass, bro.
so that was just like definitely right moment, right time, like universe got me type of shit.
I think
Super
that's
cool though.
a,
So I never like I didn't get to like meet Skrillex or anything, but to be a part
dude.
of like
Your
that's
name
pretty
is still
cool.
on a Skrillex song though. I think that's just a good thing of like you never know who's watching or who is listening. You never know who you can reach. So that's really cool, dude. And then what about the Destroy Lonely thing? How'd you get that?
So I was doing these guitar remixes on TikTok of
Yeah.
like rap songs. Um, on my page before I made Nocturne's Kiss, and then I made a guitar remix of a Destroy Lonely song called "No Stylist," and
Fuck yeah,
then
I love that song.
Lone heard it and DM'd me and was like, "Yo, let's work. Or I need you for my album. Like, let's work." So then he just like connected me with his main producer, and then I was just sending loops every day to this producer for like 3 months. Like I was making 5 melodies a day, grinding, just texting his phone for like 3 months, and I got one song. So I mean, I'm proud of myself though. I was grinding,
Yeah.
but I think that's where I really got my like, how you say like, I make a lot of songs, but it's just because I don't know, I just made so many loops for years that it's just like I feel like it's just kind of second nature for me to want to make a lot of stuff.
That's a really cool thing that, I mean, here in Nashville, everybody's a country, songwriter and shit. But I mean, there's a few guys who will write like 1,200 songs a fucking year or some crazy shit. Obviously, most of them are just like, acoustic, you know, recordings and stuff like that real quick. But I mean, whenever you work that muscle, it really shows. So, I condone you for that. I am going through a struggle right now trying to come up with anything.
I
But
believe in you. I believe in you, bro.
Yeah,
I
right.
appreciate it. I thought you were about to say
It's
I
okay to
believe
take a
in it.
break.
Like, you
It's okay to
suck.
take a break, though.
No, I for real. I've been so I didn't miss a single. I released every single month since February of 24 up until literally last month. That was, and I'm just like, nothing's like happening the way I want it to. So I'm like stepping back myself. I'm like, all right, I want to actually take my time on something here and figure out something else that'll work.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to
So who
live a
knows
little
what
more
the future
life.
holds?
Yeah. I'm hyped for what you got next, man.
That's
But yeah,
true. I've lived a little too much.
sometimes you just gotta live life, and then, I mean, I definitely am a believer in the fact that like sometimes you should push yourself when it's hard, um, to try to make something, because I feel like
Right.
if you don't go fishing, you're not gonna catch a fish, right? So then,
For sure.
but at the same time, like rest and breaks are definitely important at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you gotta find the right balance.
Right. I think I'm just for me, it's like I'm in the middle of a crisis on where the direction I want to go, because I don't know. I'm figuring it out. But that's I mean, it's good notes, and believe me, I'm trying over here every day. I'm trying and I'm writing. And it's not like I don't have anything. It's just like it doesn't feel like it's good enough to put out. Like I want to go to that next level.
Well,
feel like-
it's good that you know that if your brain is telling you it's not good enough, then that means it's possible to reach what's next. It's like you're looking within yourself that you know you can reach that next level. I feel like that's good. I'm always
Yeah.
like trying to. It's always important to push yourself, but at the same time,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like it's like what you said about you didn't know what the sound's gonna be yet. I feel like at least the best thing for me is like, I mean, like we were talking about the theatric stuff, like how sometimes I had the forest ideas or whatever, but I feel like if you just go like try like clear your brain and just like do what comes out instantly, and just like I feel like that's kind of how I
Don't
would.
overthink it. Yeah.
Yeah, but and then like once the idea like clicks, or the you might make like one thing one day that's like, just a ton of bad things, and make one good thing. You're like, oh, this is exactly the direction I need to go, and then you'll find it. But I believe in you, dude.
Hey, good note.
Even if like
Appreciate
I also feel like sometimes when you sit down and you're like, I want to write something good, it's not gonna happen right there. Like you can't just sit down and do that. Like you have to be in a state of mind. Like I'll sit down, I'll be like, I'm gonna work on this instrumental, let's fucking go. And I'll like write the most dog shit thing to my brain ever. And then I get up and I go do other shit in my day, whether that's go do something active or if I just reassess my brain. I come back, dude, it's like 10 p.m. Now everything's kind of like digested. My feelings are there, and something real comes out. Like I'll put down my DAW or my laptop, and I'll just pick up a guitar. As long as it feels authentic to you, and you hear something that trickles your brain, that's all that matters. Like there's been so many times like I have literally got up from my bedroom, which is where I've tracked most of my stuff, um, and like, no, this isn't good. I'm not happy with this. I want to take this next step. I will literally drive to a secluded parking lot. I'll go to the woods. I'll literally sit by a lake. I will drive out to wherever the rural area is, pull over and just sit outside and listen to the atmosphere and literally draw my brain out and put myself in isolation until I can really feel something and feel content with writing it. Because I don't
That's
want to be,
beautiful.
dude, I mean, it's just I think it's important to really like dive into the depths of your brain. And by no means am I writing fucking like Bohemian Rhapsody, but I'm writing something that I'm proud about, that I know if I'm proud about it and I already fought against being content, it's important. So like, dude, Grims, you've written literal heaters. Like you typically do not.
For sure. For sure.
I wouldn't have
It's
hopped on that song if it wasn't good, bro. You wrote something really. You have a really good footprint on the song already.
Hey, well, it's gonna turn out great. I fully believe it. Yeah. I was just gonna say, so Moral and I, we are like really big, like music marketing nerds. You're doing a great job with it, and it's like really working for you right now. Do you have any secret sauce you're willing to share, or just general music marketing knowledge for anybody on the way up right now?
hmm Um, I mean, I would say a color palette is important. Um, and just like having, I mean, obviously there's no rules. This is just like what
Yeah.
what I would say, because I just prefacing that. But
Well, it's more about just what worked for you that maybe somebody could be influenced by.
mhm.
You know?
Yeah, I guess just like staying consistent among all the different mediums. So it's like if my music is dreamy, then have dreamy visuals, and have like a font that you feel like resonates with your music, and just like, keeping all that consistent, and just like the colors, and just from the very beginning with my projects, I was like thinking about color schemes and things like that. Like I was influenced by Jack White, how he would and with the White Stripes, with their colors, and um
Right.
but yeah, I guess just
Taking notes right now.
also I am a very big believer in like, I don't know if there's actual like word for it, but I feel like if someone should be able to dress up as you for Halloween, you know?
Did you come up with that,
Iconic.
or did Brody tell you that?
I told myself that.
All right, fire, dude. That's something like a manager I feel like tells people.
That's a very
So yeah,
that's a
it's very
that's
smart.
a really good idea. I like that. I like that.
I think
Or
we've all
like cartoon characters.
hit. Yeah. I think we've all hit on that aspect that you just said. I think we all have our own like get-ups that are like personal to our projects. And I think that's something that's always drawn me towards an artist, is if they do dress up. Like obviously if you're like a Midwest emo band, or like a pop punk band that's wearing like the Hurley shirts with a long sleeve undershirt, white sleeve, and baggy jeans, like, yeah, that's cool. Very complex outfits that like add to the image and the likeness of the music. I just think it's so cool, and I kind of like committed to that as well. Like, dude, Nocturnes, your whole image is badass. Like,
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
think it fits so well. Like, I remember seeing the visuals of you performing in the woods for a certain song back in the day before we even talked, and hearing like this like kind of like Gerard Way type vocal pattern that was unique in its own way over like more like shoegazy post-punk style production. I was like, dude, this is like, if I wanted to go to, if say I was a music agent of some sort and I clicked on the Nocturne's Kiss like page, the image is there. Like, it's not confusing. Like, it's not going to be someone that switches back and forth. And I think that's badass. Like with Grims, I see a skull face or I'll see like an ashy neck. That was something I always found badass even before I met the guy. I was like, okay, this guy has an image. He's behind like flames. There's a dark redness here. And like for myself, it's like there was a couple shows I played in t-shirts and I was like, I'm never doing that again. As much as like it's more comfortable, like I've been doing a whole getup where it's like all black, dress pants, dress suit, and like a stapled tie
I've
and
been
like
seeing. Looks good.
yeah, and like eyeliner and shit, because that's the shit that like creatively I want to see someone that looks like a character. I just think it's super important, even if it's not like a whole suit, if it's just something that like you're not gonna wear in your ordinary day to day. Like, I want that to look like a protagonist slash antagonist that I'm gonna like obsess or hyperfixate over.
Yep.
And I was always a Star Wars and a Marvel kid and comic book kid, so like maybe that's where I get it from. I can't dress up as Spider-Man on stage though, so like I'll have to do the next best option.
Dude, what's currently next for Nocturne's Kiss?
What's next for Nocturne's Kiss, eh?
Anything on the table? Anything coming up?
Nothing that I can reveal yet. Nothing I can reveal yet.
Okay.
But
All right.
I
I'm
love
definitely some things are formulating. I mean, I can't.
Cool.
Yeah. I feel like I'm yeah. That's
Well,
good for
quit while you're ahead. It's all good, but it's cool that things are working out for you.
But there's shit happening.
There's shit
now.
happening.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
one of our mutual, I met your manager Brody out in LA because he also manages URL. Great guy, by the way. I wish I could have talked to him more. I'm mad that I couldn't talk to him more because he's literally such like a chiller. Like he's the dopest dude.
Love Brody.
But he was telling me, he was like, we got to get Moral down to Atlanta and do a show, dude.
Yeah.
He was like, maybe in the fall. I was like, I'm so down. I would love to run a
Let's
show
do
with
it, bro.
you,
Sleep
bro.
on my couch.
Dude, fuck you, I'm down. yeah, that'd be badass, man. Yeah, so I know that's for sure in my future. I want that to happen. So
I do too.
fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Well, this has been it's been super cool. Maybe let's close off with one more like lyric deep dive. Let's see. I asked you about Petrified and I asked you about Ignite. So I got one more for you. Tell me about No One Else Compares, because you said you like writing love songs. I'm the same way. We got Look Out the Window with Blurry Vision or Glassy Eyes. You make it simple, easy to love you, never asking why. Bars. Take me down to a place where they won't find us, safe together. Dude, where was the headspace in? Tell me about that, because I thought that was beautiful.
Can we skip this one? Can we edit this one out?
Skip.
Because,
That's fine.
Yeah, that's about my ex-girlfriend.
No, that's fine.
I was just like a very specific thing that only I would know.
Oh, no. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to ask about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But
I didn't know if it was another fairy tale thing. Dude, don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, you can ask another lyric, though.
I got plenty of songs about ex-girlfriend, so it's completely fine. Another lyric. Let's let me look through some, because those are the ones I saved.
Yeah, all good. Take your time. Yeah. It's like a very specific thing.
Well,
That's
no,
all
trust me,
I
I get it. Well,
It's all
I
good.
mean, I was in a thing so I was in a college course, and I had a professor. He was like, does anybody do music? Anybody write songs? And I was like, we were in a podcasting class nonetheless, and they interviewed me about a song. And of course, like, of all the songs in the catalog, obviously they're going to pick like the biggest one. So it's like a very simple song, and it's very like sexy rock, if you may.
Yeah.
So they start asking all about these lyrics, and I'm like, brother, like, I'm trying to give an answer. It's all like figurative and like in the like in the back of my mind, I'm like, no, I just wrote about like an instance I was with, like with an ex. So like, but like hold on, let me pull up some stuff. Grims, if you have anything in the meantime, feel free to chime in.
Put me on the spot there.
All
So,
good.
who would you say is your favorite artist of all time? You named a lot of them earlier, but who would you say is like, if you had to put a number one spot, most influential, who would it be? Is it My Chemical Romance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. What
But
era
other
of them,
ones,
though?
ooh, they're all great for different reasons. But I feel like as like when I was younger, Black Parade I resonated more with. I think.
Favorite song off Black Parade? Go.
This Is How I Disappear. That's my favorite song, like period. But obviously, I have love for every era of My Chemical Romance. Another really important artist to me that I didn't mention earlier is David Bowie, though. I forgot to mention David Bowie. Just with like, he's like the classic character guy. I don't know, just very David Bowie.
That's a
goat.
That's cool.
Mine. I got my thing. So, because I just got reminded, you did send me music like a month ago, which was now out. It was a 2-parter, and I remember saying this to you. I was like, these are completely different. This was not what I was expecting. So Take Me Back and Never Again, we have Arms of an Angel. Arms of an Angel was like way out of left field for one. It was like the first time I heard acoustic guitar, more of like a stripped down take of Nocturne's Kiss. And then the first one was like, had some of the old influences, but more like there was more growth there. Like Grim said, tell me about both of those songs and kind of like, were you just kind of just trying new things, or were you just, I don't know, because it was different than what I was used to hearing from you. And I especially Arms of an Angel, I thought that was really cool.
Thanks. Right. Well, Take Me Back and Never Again. It's like a double meaning where people can interpret it how they want, where it's like, you could be begging for somebody back, and never again, as in like, I'll take you back and then we won't ever have to like deal with that again because you'll be mine forever, or take me back and never again, like I'm not doing that again. So it's like, I kind of like how it could go either way, what I mean? And it could change over time. But in terms of the production with it, I just kind of wanted to test myself with the production, I guess. Try to, do myself or just experiment a bit with like, that is the song that has the most like tracks out of anything I've done. There was like, I did like 30 mixes of the song. Like,
crap.
And I started all the way back in August. But it just like wasn't right. But I mean, I really always liked the verse section was kind of intact from the beginning, with like the hip hop like trap drums. Excuse me. Sorry. Yo, cut that. Okay, yeah. Okay.
You're good, bro.
But I don't know. I just wanted to. I'm also very inspired by Jane Remover as well. So I've been very into Jane's like production process, and just like, not that there's like too many sounds in Jane's music, but I just like wanted to go overboard and see what happened. I mean, or just like see what I could do. And then I got my drummer friend Colton to send me some live drums from his house that I mixed, and then that like instantly clicked, and I was like, okay, now I'm starting to get somewhere, because for months it was just like, programmed drums, and it just wasn't hitting how I wanted it to.
Sure.
But then that was like the missing piece. No pun intended. Yeah. But Arms of an Angel, that was kind of like a demo that I had for months. Just like the riff, like I was doing these like extended open chords that I hadn't really done on a song before, because I kind of felt like I wanted to really level up my chord progressions just for something other than like, the typical like, you could say the Deftones chord, like the I think it's like a sus2 chord, or I forget what the actual name is but it's like I was like
Deftones chord.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I use that a lot.
Yeah. So I was like, I want to like do something that is a little different. And so I had heard this old voice memo I did, or kind of whenever I pick up a guitar, like that was kind of just what I would play, like those like open chords. And then I'm like, just one day I was like, okay, let me just try writing lyrics on it. And then it just like came out. I don't know. It's just like I
What,
wanted something
dude?
that was like sounded, I don't know, like angelic. I'm not even like really
It
religious like that, but
it was
it's just
hauntingly
like
beautiful.
thanks.
Yeah.
And then and I just didn't feel like it needed any drums. I was just like, because then it would also contrast with the first single that's very like produced and like, you know, my voice is kind of like really compressed and things like that. And so then Arms of an Angel was kind of like I want people to see like the more raw, stripped down version because people have asked me to put out acoustic versions of my songs, which I like probably won't do at least for a long time.
Yeah.
But this is like taps into that same energy, you know. So, and I felt like it was a good follow up to the Justin Bieber thing. So like all the people that found me through that could like get both sides of me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. Super cool. I mean, I
Nose
definitely felt
blow.
that way about both of them. There you go.
I'm really sorry, but you're gonna have to do some cuts. I apologize.
It's all good.
Dude, it's
I
all
got it.
good.
I got it.
Dude, well, hell yeah, man. I mean, this has been great. I was super excited, or I am super excited to be able to have you on this and kickstart the year with like such a cool artist. And yeah, dude, if there's anything else you want to plug, like Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, or if there's any
Thoughts on the
shows
war in
coming
the
up,
Middle East?
just whatever you want.
My Instagram's Nocturnes_Kiss. That's where I'm mainly at, and I'm on TikTok, same name as well. Uh, but yeah, it's kind of what.
If
That's
you
what I'll
have
plug.
any song that you've deemed is super underrated of yours that you think people should listen to, and also a song to get to know you as an artist of yours that's already out,
Mhm.
what would they be? What are these balloons? Oh my God.
And maybe it's when you clap.
Mac user.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Or
We
wait.
try.
I think it's just him. I think he's the only one that's got it.
Okay. I would say underrated song. Enter If You Dare. It's one that I would say is
Downloading
underrated.
it.
Enter If You Dare, and then a song to get to know me as an artist. Well, the new one, Take Me Back and Never Again, or my song Venomous. I would say.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about Venomous, but I was like, I'm not gonna ask you about it because like I feel like I could perceive the lyrics well. So, dude, yeah, okay, cool. I downloaded both of them. Let's go.
Yeah. So my whole album as a whole, The Edge of the Outside, I feel like is just is an underrated one. There's like a whole concept album about like a totalitarian police force and just stuff like that.
That's
You know,
badass.
it's not, um, yeah. That's what I'll
Sweet,
say.
dude. Well, this has been super fun. Glad you could have it on now that we're at like kind of like around the hour mark. Yeah, so
Thanks for having me. You guys are awesome. I really enjoyed the questions you asked, and it's good to get to know you guys.
hell yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to interview you next time.
So down.
It was so nice to meet you, dude. So yeah, Nocturne's Kiss forever.
Check them out.
Forever, Nocturne's Kiss.